Hello students, good morning. Welcome to maths class. Last classes we learnt about trigonometry, introduction of trigonometry. Now we are going to discuss about applications of trigonometry. Whatever we learned trigonometric functions, identities, how to apply in real life. In real life, those we are going to discuss now. Okay. This is the topic of applications of trigonometry. Applications of trigonometry. Okay, what is trigonometry usage is to find out the height of the mountains, height of the buildings, height of the towers, depth of the oceans. Okay, now distance between a point to tower, foot of the tower or building from with a particular point with a particular angle. All those we are going to discuss in this topic. Applications of trigonometry. Here, two are very important definitions we have to learn. It is suppose here a man is standing at one place and he is observing an object. Object is here. He is observing an object. While observing a man, an object, now if I ask you to observe that light, then what you will do here? You will see light in this way. While observing this light or object, here from your eye contact, there are many rays will move like this. Many rays will go. Okay. In this way, many rays will go. Okay. From your eye contact, the ray which passes from eye contact to the object, the ray which passes from the eye contact to the object, that is called as a line of sight. Line of sight. Among these are all observations, all rays, one of the ray which is parallel to the earth, flat surface, ground, means from my eye contact, there are many rays are passing while observing this object. Anybody, only one object only I am not seeing. Many others, either sides of the object also I can see that. So while observing, there are many rays. One of the ray passes from eye contact to that object, and equally one more ray which is parallel to this ground level where I stood, to that parallelly one more ray will pass. Okay, parallel ray. This is a horizontal line. Horizontal line, and this is a line of sight. The angle between this horizontal line and a line of sight is, let us assume that theta. Okay. Since this angle is formed when line of sight is above the horizontal line. So this is called as a angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. A person, when a person observes an object, there are infinitely many rays will pass. Among those one of the object ray is parallel to the ground, that is a horizontal line, and one of the ray is from this person to the point of contact onto the object. So one ray is from eye contact to the object is passing. So that ray is called as a line of sight. The angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight is called as a theta. This angle is called as a angle of elevation. The angle between the line of sight and horizontal line is the angle of elevation. When it is angle of elevation, if the line of sight is above the horizontal line, then it is called as a angle of elevation. In the same way, if a person is standing here and he is observing an object which is down on the ground, that corner down of the object, if I am asking you to observe that basket, dustbin. So while you are seeing the dustbin here, there are many rays will pass like this. One of the rays on the object, one of the rays parallel to the ground. Where you should is parallel to the ground. So this the line which is the ray which is passing through a eye contact to the object is called as a line of sight. Line of sight. And this is a horizontal line which is parallel to the ground, that is a horizontal line. Horizontal line. Now the angle between this horizontal line and line of sight is let us assume that pi. Here theta I took, no, here pi I took. Okay. So this angle is called as a angle of depression. Why? Here, if the line of sight is below the horizontal line, the angle between this line of sight and the horizontal line is called as a angle of depression. Angle of depression. Angle of depression. The line of sight which is eye contact to the object is below the horizontal line. The angle between the horizontal line and the angular line of sight is called as a angle of depression. Here I stood here and from my eye contact many rays are passing. One of the rays parallel to this ground, another ray is on the object, down object. So this line of sight is down of this horizontal line. So the angle between this horizontal line and this line of sight is called as a angle of depression. Angle of depression. Generally, angle of depression will be on the top, means in air while you are observing, here it will form. Okay. So generally, so in that case, angle of depression immediately will draw a one parallel line to this horizontal line and will make into angle of elevation and will do the simplification all those one. Direct angle of depression we don't have any solution. Immediately we will draw a one parallel line to this horizontal line in depression angle and we will convert into a elevation and we will apply the trigonometric functions. While doing these are all applications of trigonometry, most of the cases we use tan cot. When you use tan cot, when you require the height of the mountain or height of the building or height of the tower, and another one is a distance between the tower and the point, distance between the building and point is given, then tan theta or cot theta will apply. Okay, a ladder is given and ladder length is given, ladder is on the ground, on the wall, and the height of the wall they asked, then the ladder becomes as a hypotenuse. In that case, sine and cos will use. Okay, understood? So most of this in these applications of trigonometry we use tan or cot. Some questions when hypotenuse is given, when hypotenuse required or given, then we will use sine or cos. If only height and distance between the point to the building or tower, whatever they given, that is in that case we will use tan or cot. Here very important definitions are angle of depression, angle of elevation. What is angle of elevation? If a line of sight is above the horizontal line, the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line is called as a angle of elevation. And if the line of sight is below the horizontal line, the angle between horizontal line and line of sight is called as a angle of depression. Okay. First write these definitions and some points and then we will go with the exercise problems. Okay. First write down definitions. I will write the definitions on board. You copy them. This is your definition. If an observer observes an object, then the line joining the object and observes observer's eye is called line of sight. Observer is observing an object. The line joining the eye to the object is called as a line of sight, and this parallel line to the earth ground is called as a horizontal line. And if the line of sight is above the horizontal line, the angle between the line of sight and horizontal line is called as a angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Write down this definition, angle of elevation. If an observer observes an object, then the line joining the object and observer's eye is called line of sight. The line of sight is above the horizontal line, and angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line is called the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Please write down angle of elevation definition. Next, if the line of sight is below the horizontal line, then the angle between the horizontal line and line of sight is called the angle of depression. Angle of depression. Here is the eye contact, eye, and here is an object. This is the line of sight towards down you are observing, and here is a horizontal line. The angle between horizontal line and line of sight is called as the angle of depression. Write this depression definition also. After this, I will give you some more points which are important for with objective type questions. See, these are the very important note points. The angle of elevation as well as the angle of depression are measured with reference to horizontal line only. With reference to horizontal line. Because in both definitions I used line of sight is above the horizontal line, the angle between them is elevation. And the line of sight is below the horizontal line, the angle between them is depression angle. So that with reference to horizontal line. All objects such as towers, trees, ships, mountains, etc. shall be considered as a perpendicular to the ground always. Considered as a linear for mathematics. Mathematical convenience means singularities. Don't take that is a trees means our branches will be no sir. Those are all in a different directions now. So linear, single, straight one, straight lines only will take. Okay. Throughout this total topic it is. The height of the observer is neglected if it is not given in the problem. If height of the person is given, that we have to consider. One or two problems are there. Or else we don't take the height of the observer. We don't take the height of the observer. This is about the some theoretical theory part of the applications of trigonometry. Now I will move to the problems of these applications of trigonometry. So these theory notes please write in your classwork. Separate notes I can't send because already I note very clearly on board and I am giving time to time also. So if you want, you can watch the videos through website once again, and again you can pause the video and write the notes. Separate notes will not be given, which I will explain in the video. Okay. Other than that, any additional problems or additional theory if I am giving, that I will send you through the PDF file or something else. Okay. Write in the classwork. Okay. Almost exercise problems, more than 60% problems I will explain. One or two problems I will leave you. Leave those one. Those you have to do yourself on it. Don't ask repeatedly same question. Every question we can't explain in the videos. Okay. So you have to practice. Then only you will come to know that how much you learned it. Clear? So next one is exercise 12.1. In these applications of trigonometry, topic is very easy if you draw the diagram perfectly. Okay, diagram is very important role in play here. Okay, why you need to write the in 4-mark questions of applications of trigonometry. You will get a 4-mark question. In that one, data, extract the data, according to the data, draw the diagram. Then you will get a 1 mark for that. The rest of the solution 3 marks. Okay, very important. If you draw the diagram perfectly, almost 50% problem you solve it. Okay, exercise 12.1 textual questions only I will discuss. A tower stands vertically on the ground from a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. What is the height of the tower? See here, questions are not ready, sir. Exercise 12.1. A tower stands vertically on the ground. This is tower AB. This is your ground. AB is the tower, and standing on the ground means this will make with respect to ground 90 degrees obviously. From a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. Foot of the tower is A. From here, a 15 meters away, there is a point C. Okay, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. From this point, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower you are observing, means this ground only horizontal line. The angle of elevation from this point to the top of the tower is 45 degrees. Listen carefully. What is the height of the tower? Height of the tower they asked. Okay. See here. A tower stands vertically on the ground. Let us assume that BA is the tower which is on the ground. This is totally a ground it is. Okay. From this foot of the tower, there is 15 meters away, there is a point C. From this point, the angular elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. Okay. Now they are not asking your line of sight. They are asking height of the tower. They are asking. Means the angle of elevation is here, and this angle of elevation's connecting side is there. That means adjacent side is there, and they are asking the opposite side. Adjacent side, opposite side relation is in tan function. You get first write that information. AB is equal to height of the tower. That I have to find out. AC is equal to distance between the point to the foot of the tower. Distance between this is angle A is equal to 90 degrees because tower is perpendicular with respect to the ground only. Between point C to foot of the tower. That means AC is equal to 15 meters. Now the angle of elevation is angle ACB is 45 degrees. Angle of elevation from this point to the foot of the tower. Now they ask this one. Height of the tower. Height required. This angle's adjacent side is given. Adjacent and height is means opposite means tan. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 90 degrees. 45 value is 1. 1 is equal to AB by AC is 15. Cross multiply here by 1. Now AB is equal to 1 into 15. AB is equal to 15 meters. AB is equal to 15 meters. Therefore, height of the tower is equal to 15 meters. Height of the tower is equal to 15 meters. This type of question they ask only for 2 mark questions. Very simple question. Okay, please write down. Okay, AB is equal to height of the tower, angle A is 90 degrees, AC is a distance between the foot of the tower to the point on the ground, that is a 15 meters, angle ACB is angle of elevation 45 degrees. In this triangle, this angle A is 90 degrees, so tan 45 degrees. Why we are using tan, why not sin or cos? Because they give an adjacent side to this angle and they are asking the opposite side of the angle. That means opposite and adjacent relation is a tan or cot. You can use cot also. Tan 45 degrees is equal to AB by AC. 1 is equal to AB by 15 cross multiply. AB is equal to 15 meters. Here also meters, no? Here also meters. Height of the tower is equal to 15 meters. Okay. Next, remaining rest of the questions I will explain next class. Thank you.